Hello YouTube, this is Kelly Grodot333. I know, it's been a while. So, lots to say. I'll try not to make this video too long. I just finished my first C to 5K in about 3 months. Now, when I say finished C to 5K, I did not get to the end. I had to start over. After 3 months of no cardio, I had to go back to, I did week 4, 2 3-minute runs and 2 5-minute runs. I did it. Obviously, the end was tough. The last 5 minutes was tough. And self-talk always comes into play. And you just, what gets me through is this constant positive self-talk. And my legs were jello. And when I felt like I couldn't go any further, I would just do the mind games that I always play. You're almost done, Kelly. How bad do you want this? All my mantras go through my head. How bad do you want this? Do you want it as bad as you breathe? Do you as bad as you need to breathe? You know, today you're going to make today count more than you've made the last several. I'm not beating myself up taking the 3 months off. There were lots of different reasons, but I own my behavior. There is no one else responsible for my actions and behavior but myself. So I realized that my goal will be deterred 3 months longer because I took a 3-month sabbatical. The reasons don't really matter. There's a number of them. But the bottom line is today is my first day back. Now, I have done some walking on my lunch hours in the past couple of weeks, but today is my first day back, and I did my C to 5K on my lunch hour tonight. Or lunch hour today. So some of the things that I wanted to go over. Positive self-talk is definitely a theme that runs through a lot of my videos, and it's what help gets me through. I've said a million times, there's so many people out there waiting to tear you down. Don't help them out. Be gentle and kind to yourself. I can take ownership for my choices and still be kind to myself. I wanted to dress nice and look pretty for my next video, but got all the sweat going on. And listen, if I was going to do the run at lunch, this is what I had to wear. Okay. So I've definitely let myself indulge a little too much. I have gained some pounds, maybe about 4. I'll find out for sure when I go to my doctor. I'm going to get another fill on Monday. I think it just, Thanksgiving came and I allowed myself to have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then I kind of never got it fully back on track. I was definitely aware that I have developed some positive, healthy habits, which have helped carry me through, but I also allowed too much of some of the older habits to slide back in. So I need to grab hold of the reins and get back on the horse. So I definitely feel that my pants are tighter. The fact that I haven't worked out. Actually, this was a good lesson for me because I spent all those months in the beginning complaining about how I didn't lose any weight, yet I lost all those inches and my body got tighter from all the working out that I did. I'm missing the tighter. I notice it in my pants. My pants are tighter and not my body. I notice that my legs aren't as tight as they were. My arms aren't as tight as they were. The belly is bulging a little bit more than it did, or maybe a lot more than it did. I am not happy when I see the stomach starting to protrude as far as the boobs do, and let's face it, those are big. So I miss the endurance that I had. I was almost at the end of the C to 5K, and I was doing 30 minutes pretty much straight. So I'll get there. So another theme that I've talked about in a lot of my videos is something that I've gotten from our marital group, which is ideals versus values. And I've talked about this before. But an ideal is something that you would like for yourself, and a value is something that you have for yourself. You know, I can say as many times as I'd like, I want to be such and such a pounds. But if the actions that I'm taking aren't getting to me to those pounds, then it's an ideal and not a value. So it's really about your actions. You know, if you value something, you will take action to get there. If you don't, then it's an ideal. It's something that you'd like. So I use that throughout my whole life, whether it be in my marriage, whether it be with my health, whether it be in my job, whether it be with my kids. I use that throughout my whole life to gauge how important is this to me. Balance has always been a tough one for me because of the schedule that I carry. But listen, I have identified that I've not made my health a priority. Lots of other things got in the way, and not to say they weren't important, but the bottom line is you have to make it a priority. I can't sit here and say, I want to reach my goal, and I want to get in shape, and I want my blood work to be flawless if I am not making my health a priority. And if that means having to get up at 4 a.m. to get on the treadmill, then so be it. But I got to figure out a way in my lifestyle to get it in. And there are people out there that do it. I guess the other theme that's been going on, and I find myself listening or talking to, and a million videos are done on this, guys, which is don't compare yourself to anybody else. This is your journey. That's why I'm definitely one, I take ownership for my behavior, and this is my journey. You know, this is how, did I take 3 months off? Yep. Did I want to take 3 months off? Not so much. But, you know, again, it didn't matter that I worked 30 days straight. Didn't matter that I worked 10 to 12 hours. Didn't matter if Sandy was in there or 2 ear infections. It doesn't matter. The bottom line is today. Make today count. Forget about tomorrow and forget about yesterday, because I can't change yesterday. What am I going to do today to make it count? So, it's tough to refrain from some of the food. It's tough to feel hungry again. I'm nervous about my fill on Monday. I definitely have thrown up a couple of times because my band has been too tight at times, but I believe that that's because I'm dehydrated. I mean, for a while there when I was working all the hours, I was doing 4 large cups of coffee a day, McDonald's large. I was doing 4 of those a day with no water, okay? I have to get back on track with everything. You know, getting my water in, which is always a tough one for me. Cutting back to 2 large cups of coffee a day. And you coffee drinkers, you know, coffee, listen. I know, there's my New York accent coming out. It's something you don't mess with. So today was an unseasonably warm day here on Long Island, and I thought to myself, get your ass out there and get your run on. And listen, I am not a fan of running in the sense that I don't enjoy it. I don't have fun. Running is not fun. I probably spend the half hour before doing it dreading it. Like, oh shit, just get out there and do it. Just get out there and do it. But what I love is the results that I get from it. The endurance that it gives my cardio. The tightness that it gives my body. And once again, I'm going to encourage all of you to accept yourselves where you are today. You know, do I want to reach my goal? Absolutely, and I'm going to keep pushing until I do. I will not stop or give up. I'll get there. And I can't wait to get to Wonderland. I mean, that, I'm telling you, when I get to Wonderland, people across the country are going to hear and feel me dancing, doing my Wonderland dance. I'm telling you. But in the meantime, it's little things that make today count. The little choices that add up at the end of every single day. It's never one big grand gesture. It's just a lot of consistency. And how important is this to me? I will not be able to look in the mirror and say, oh, I want to get to goal, but I'm not willing to do what it takes to get there. And what it takes for me to get there is very different than what it takes for somebody else. It doesn't mean that I'm working any less hard. It just means that I have different obstacles than others, and vice versa for all of you guys. We are all have our own journeys. So I encourage you to just look in the mirror and keep doing the positive self-talk. Accept yourself for where you are today and appreciate the beauty from within. All right, guys, have a great week. I will try and be more consistent with my videos, and sorry this has gone on so long, but I had a lot to say. Have a great day.